All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing out there? Now, heads up, before this game highlight, I do want to let it be known that I made a video that I think you guys should check out, in which I flat-foot told y'all if the Philadelphia 76ers can't make it past the second round of the playoffs, there's a good chance that this summer they looking to trade and maybe Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid, one of these young prospects, and pretty much making for better floor spacing, right? I told y'all that I'm rolling with Embiid. I would trade Simmons over Embiid. I know Embiid's got his injury history. I just told y'all where I stand with it, though. Now, I don't want to toot my own horn, but Embiid made me feel pretty darn good about myself as we get into Game 4 in Brooklyn. Oh, was this a good game? Philadelphia 76ers and Brooklyn take on those Brooklyn Nets. Philly got that big win in Game 3 behind big performances from Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, JJ Redick. Oh, it's going down in Brooklyn. So let's go back to Game 3 real quick. If you remember, Jared Dudley and Ben Simmons had their exchange. After Dudley said Ben Simmons was average, Ben Simmons taunted him and, pretty much called him out for his airball three. Now Jared Dudley gets him a little get back. After he drilled that three there with a minute and some change to go in the second, he taunted Ben Simmons with the same old "what's up" taunt. I made that three. Where you at? And we're going to take this thing back down court. Uh-oh, we got it going here in Brooklyn. Jared Dudley has no business guarding Ben Simmons, but he wants him. Ben passes the rock. It gets in the hands of JJ Redick, and Redick is called for the offensive foul on Caris LeVert. It's intense. Ben's like, okay, Jared Dudley, I'm going right back at you. Later in the second, a minute later, actually, he scored a lay-in, and you get a little push here from Jared Dudley on Ben Simmons. It is getting feisty in Brooklyn. These dudes are tired of looking at each other, smelling each other. Yeah, you can tell it's about to boil over. Jared Dudley with the push. Nothing was called there. Let's go on to the third quarter. It really got chippy here. Jared Allen attacking the rim. Joel Embiid, hard foul. I thought he made a play on the ball. It becomes something else. Jared Dudley with the push in the back. Now Ben Simmons ends up on top of Jared Dudley. Jimmy Butler gets it to the frame. Oh, it's going down in Brooklyn. To be honest with you, I'm just gassing it up. It really was legit a whole lot of nothing. We ended up losing Jared Allen and Jimmy Butler in this exchange. I thought it was a big overreaction because it did hit the first row, but nothing really happened. Guys just fell on each other. They're big dudes. What do you expect? These are 6'6" and on up athletes. When they get into it or tussle, push, whatever, people are going to fall. They're too big to be pushing each other. You saw that pushing the back from Jimmy Butler. Jared Allen, both these guys would get ejected, Let's move on to the fourth where this one got good. A minute and 30 to go. Brooklyn down a point. D'Angelo Russell drills the three. Nets go up 2. Remember, Philly's without their likely closer. Jimmy Butler, he was ejected earlier in this game. Ben Simmons going to take it to the cup. He misses, gets his offensive rebound, and gives it to Redick for 3. Now Philly goes up a point in Brooklyn. Can the Nets answer? No, off the hands of Russell. Bad pass from Dwindle? I don't know. It seemed like a decent pass. Philly now has the ball with under 40 to go. They go to Embiid, who had a great game, but he turns it over. It ends up in the hands of LeVert. Russell with a chance to give his team the lead. Great pass into Joe Harris, known for his three-point shot on that possession. He gets to the rim, makes the right play, 108-107. Brooklyn's in the house. They got a 1-point lead with 25 seconds to go. Nice pass here from Tobias Harris to Joel Embiid, who had a monster game. He actually kicks it to Mike Scott, who drills the 3. Philly goes back up 2. Mike Scott with the clutch basket. He had 8 points and 8 rebounds in this game. How unselfish of Joel Embiid. He had 7 assists to go along with 16 rebounds and 31 big points, but his biggest play was a pass to Mike Scott. Last chance for Brooklyn to tie this one up or take the lead with 8. Jared Allen runs into a triple team from Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid, and there was just nowhere for him to go, and Ben Simmons just takes his cookies from him. I'm going to take these cookies and you going to like it. Philly would get the rock. Tobias Harris would go to the free throw line, make both free throws, and the Philadelphia 76ers would win that game by that final score, 112-108. They take a commanding 3-1 series lead, and Brooklyn's season will be on the line as they head back to Philadelphia, looking to somehow, someway keep this series alive. This has been a fun series. I know Game 3 wasn't great, but it still had excitement to it. Game 4 actually had the excitement, and it went down to the wire. I was surprised that Embiid played. I was happy to see that. He was doubtful for most of the last day or so. He played, and not only did he play, like I said, he had 31 big points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists. That dude is a man-child, all right? Other people that chipped in, Tobias Harris had 24, 6, and 8. Pretty good night from him. Simmons chipped in 15, 8, and 8. So they didn't get a lot from other guys, but their main guys were pivotal. A lot of rebounds between these guys. Salute to Caris LeVert, had a big game, 25, 6, and 5. D'Angelo Russell, 21, 6, and 7. Jared Allen had 21, 4, and 8, but he did get ejected from the game. Also alongside Jimmy Butler, who had 11 points. Had a big game 1, but I like what Jimmy Butler's been giving his team. Like in game 3, I told you guys last highlight with this game, I told you I thought Jimmy Butler did a great job of facilitating to guys who had the hot hand and just being a defender, right? In this game, he showed a little bit of leadership in another way. Sometimes every ejection's not bad. Like, I don't want Kevin Durant going back and forth with Patrick Beverley in the first round of the playoffs, and KD already has like 2-3 technical fouls, right? And he's known to get a lot of technical fouls. He led the NBA in technical fouls in the regular season. I don't like that. But Jimmy Butler's a lot more tame than KD nowadays. And one ejection, a couple technical fouls, he'll be fine. He ain't getting them that often. So he'll be fine, right? He'll be great. To me, it showed a lot of leadership. He stood up for his guy Embiid. Embiid can barely get to the ground and get back up. He don't need to be fighting or making any other planned trips to the ground right now. He's barely making it game to game. All right, so for Jimmy Butler to step in and handle his big teammate, the star of their team's light work, and make a push and push Jared Dudley or whoever, that's pretty good. You know, that's what you want. And they ended up winning the game, right? As long as you win with that, great for Philadelphia and their fan base as they look to close this thing out. I believe they play again Monday. Is it Monday that these two teams play again? Anywho, whenever they play, or Tuesday. Should be Tuesday. Or Sunday, Tuesday. Well, I don't know. They're playing again soon, and Philly's going to be looking to close this thing out in Philadelphia. You know that place is going to be a rocket. I'm out. If you guys don't mind, you know I am a growing platform here on YouTube, but we need multiple platforms to really be respected. I am growing my Facebook page. If you go on Facebook and type in Mr.Taliaferro at the top of your screen, you can find me on Facebook. There will be minute-by-minute sports updates. You can even chat back and forth with me as we kind of watch live games together. It's going to be a great place for me to grow my platform. My Facebook page is Mr. Taliaferro. If you have the time, please check me out there if you want more of your boy.